It's a very special and dear Mother's Day for a Marietta mom who nearly lost her son to a health scare. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer reports these two generations of moms are not taking this holiday for granted.
When he was first born 3 years ago, everything about 3-year-old Channing seemed normal until he was about 6 months old.
We didn't know what was going on. He had a high fever.
He also began breathing very fast. He was told he had asthma, but his mom, Maria Gordon, says his was severe enough to be put on adult medication. In fact, they've almost lost him.
Acute respiratory failure, and that's when his body basically tries to shut down his lungs, really.
Gordon says his asthma has led to more than 20 hospital visits, some even scarier than others. That's why this Mother's Day is extra special for Channing's brother, his mother, and grandmother.
I'm happy he gets to spend another Mother's Day with me because I never know what the next day could bring.
Gordon says she lost a close friend to the same condition.
I feel like I'm looking at my future when I see him and knowing my friend was lost to this exact problem at his big age.
Channing's grandmother, Ray, says sometimes she feels defeated and helpless.
His body is just so small. How much more can he take? He's been in there 24 or more times, just to try to do something that we all take for granted, which is breathe.
But this family will continue to keep their faith and hope alive as they celebrate this Mother's Day.
Sometimes it's a thankless job, but it's a rewarding job. I say to the moms, stay strong. We believe in you. There's a support system out here. There's a support network out here for everyone.
In Cobb County, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.